Basically, my dad, 4 or 5 years ago, was very active. He would go out every day. He'd jump on the bus, he'd go around town, he'd go see, whatever he wanted to see. But with the wounds, that kind of slowly but surely stopped. He has vein issues, circulation issues, he has heart issues, so the water tends to pool in his legs. Don't want to come back up. About 4 years ago, he told me he had something like the size of a quarter that had opened up, and he went to the doctors, they wrapped him up, and he started telling me he was going more and more for them to change it. And every time he had to take public transportation, wait there afterwards. So I said, why don't I start taking you to your appointments? The leg wound, mainly in his right leg, got bigger and larger, and multiple times has been infected by MRSA, by staph. We've tried so many things throughout the years. I kind of took over his wound care changes. We go about every 2 or 3 weeks, more to consult and to maybe try new products, but they've taught me how to do it. So I change the wounds, change the dressings. He is allergic to anything paraben and lanolin based, which kicks out a lot of the lotions and products that would be used. Some of the ACE wraps or other wraps, it might have started to help reduce the fluids, but then he'd become allergic to it. Rash up, everything swell up, and there we are 3 steps back again. So very hypersensitive. A lot of things, products we've used, actually looked like they started to work, and then about 2 or 3 weeks later, there we were again. His body was just flared up and taking 3 steps back again. And a lot of times when that happens, that's when infection sets in, and then it's like, oh, here we go again. But yeah, it affects your life. It affects his sleep, the pain. You get the fungal infections that go along with it, and it just, and it's scary because they're starting to run out of options. They can't use those machines on him. They're more cautious with his bad circulation about anything that puts too much pressure on it really causes a lot of pain, and they're afraid it's going to cause more damage than good. We consult with the wound care nurse about every 6 weeks, and she's taught me so much. But she said, here's a new product. She's like, I've heard good things about it. I don't know, your dad's so sensitive, it's probably not gonna work for him, but we'll give it a try. I am always skeptical, but I'm always willing to see if something will work, and I trust her. We were still getting that slough, which was, it would help to keep the infection down, but it wasn't healing the wounds. And the wounds were still deep because of that slough. And I tried to clean it off with a Diversoft and stuff like that, but it came back. So I tried using it. She gave me enough for like 2 weeks. I know you can keep it on up to 7 days, but you gotta kind of look at it too once it gets too wet, etc. But I was shocked. Every time I changed it, I was like, what? Goosebumps. What is going on? Because it was just, especially the deep areas, it was just closing up and drying up. And I was amazed. I'd never seen anything like it. It was shocking. So I went to the VA and I said, can you guys get this product? Because when you look at it, at the amount they've paid for supplies over the last 4 years, and you get these products that in a matter of 6 weeks made it like 75–80% better, it's just shocking. It was almost like there was a surprise underneath that gel. Every time I change it, I was just getting so excited to see what it looked like now. Yeah, so that gel was telling me it was working. And sometimes I would peel it off and like I said, a piece of like scab would come off and it was just like beautiful leg underneath. You know, because he takes Norco for his pain. And I don't even remember him talking about waking up in the middle of the night in pain. And the changes were very easy. As it was getting better, it wasn't really that wet anymore, so I'd have to hydrate it. I would hydrate it like every 2 days, just make sure it still had that. But, you know, and then soak it before I removed it because there wasn't much left. But yeah, his pain definitely, I would say, was a lot better. Oh, I have. Yes, my best friend's mother has. She has diabetic ulcers on her legs, and I'm like, you know, if they're not going away, this is a name, ask her doctor. I'll even come over and put it on for her, but if it does for other people what it does to my dad, I want to share the news. I want to, you know, that's why I called you guys. I'm like, this is different. Convince the VA, please, you know, just the money saving factor, the pain, everything about it. It's a great product. There's something different about it, and it's good.
But I can see the difference and feel the difference.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's done more than anything else has done so far.
Yeah. And we've tried everything.
I feel a lot better about it. It seems like we're headed in the right direction, just because it's given me some assurance, and I can see when my daughter changes the dressing, I can see the difference in the...
I'll show them pictures from like a month ago, say, look what it was, Daddy. Look at this. This is great. This is exciting. Do you see this? So it's definitely, it's doing its job.